No mistakes. No mistakes, Shelly Ehler.
Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Dictionary.com defines the word mistake as an error in action or judgment caused by poor reasoning or insufficient knowledge. I, on the other hand, happen to think quite differently. See, I see a mistake as a lesson that life will have you learn in order to point you in the direction of your destiny. You see, in 2007, when the economic recession hit the United States, my husband and I happened to own a small business that was not recession-proof. And in a very short amount of time, we lost everything we had worked for our entire life. It was horrible. It was unfair, it was wrong, and it was a mistake. I was sure of it. And in that space, I stayed stuck for a very long time. I'll never forget at that time, in my deepest despair, this voice coming from within to say, Shelly, hang in there. It's going to be okay. It might not make sense right now, but it will. There's a better plan and you have a bigger purpose, so you hang tight. I didn't really know what that meant, but I did have a shred of hope that perhaps it was true. And right around that time, I'll never forget when I went to the pool one day with my kids, and it was time to leave, and they wanted to change into their dry clothes. My oldest son asked me to wrap a towel around him so I could hold it so he could change in privacy. And while I was holding his towel, my youngest son wanted me to hold his towel. And I couldn't hold two towels at the same time. And I remember thinking, I wish I could just put something over them and they could change on their own, but I didn't have such a thing. It was a heck of an idea, I thought. And that night, at 4 a.m., my eyes shut. And this idea raced through me like a lightning bolt. If I took a towel and I put a slit in it, they could wear it like a poncho. Cover their front and cover their back. It'd be a changing towel. It was a changing towel. It's a poncho. It's a shono. Oh, it's cute. And I got out of bed, and I ran to my computer, and I opened up Google and started searching a changing towel, because surely someone had to be doing this. It was so simple. But no one was. And I thought to myself, how could that be? And I heard right from here again, this is waiting for you. Why? Me? No, see, I have no money, no connections, and no idea how I can do this. But see, once again, I heard right here, don't worry about the how. So many people never start because they're stuck in the how. You just take one step forward in faith, and your next step will appear. And so I did. So it was. And everything was given to me exactly when I needed it. And when I needed supplies for my project, coupons would appear in the mailbox. Things were on sale. I bartered with friends for services. I even traded furniture and custom drapes for a patent on my towel to an attorney who lived down the street. And in 2 years' time, my towel was selling in major theme parks such as Legoland, Six Flags, and Raging Waters. My towel was on the Today Show. And shortly after that, I was cast on ABC's Emmy Award-winning reality show, Shark Tank. And I am the only entrepreneur in 6 seasons to ever leave the Shark Tank with a check in my hand. The sharks were fighting over me, and one of the sharks said, I actually like you so much, I'm going to give you a check on the spot. It was unbelievable. And the thing is, it was so unbelievable because it was just that. See, what people don't know is that when the cameras are off, most of the deals never even happen. They change quite significantly. And that's what happened to me. The day after we filmed our episode, I got a phone call from my new shark partner, who told me not to cash that check that she had given me the day before on national TV. Ouch. And 197 days later, when my episode finally aired on national TV to 6 million viewers, I didn't really sell that well. It was so awful. It was unfair, it was wrong, and it was a mistake. This was a mistake. I was so sure of it, and I stayed stuck there, once again, for a long time. You see, I was so sure that I thought it was supposed to look a certain way. And I thought I was supposed to get a certain thing. That I actually overlooked what I did. The night when my episode aired, my email inbox filled with messages from people around the world. And I received messages saying things like, Shelly, thank God I watched that show tonight. You inspired me to start the business I've been dreaming about all my life. And now I have the courage. Shelly, if you did it, I can do it. Shelly, my husband and I lost our home in the recession too. Oh, God bless you. I'm so glad I watched you tonight because now I have hope that I can get back on my feet too. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Oh my gosh. I wasn't on Shark Tank to sell a towel. I was on Shark Tank to sell hope. That's what this was all about. Maybe it had nothing to do with a stupid towel. Maybe it had to do with something so much bigger. Could it be that there were no mistakes because there are no mistakes? And could it be that it actually worked out perfectly in order to point me in the direction of my divine destiny? And every cell in my being says, yes. So I ask you, is there something in your life that you're considering a mistake, unfair, wrong? Trust me, I've been there. I know how it feels. But do me a favor. Open your mind. Look at it from a different perspective. I promise you will find the hidden blessing. Because guess what? If I can look at this uncashed $50,000 check and see perfection, then I know that you can.